Hi book lovers, welcome back. Or if you're new, my name is Kate and I'm so happy to have you here. Hello from Warsaw. I am in the capital of Poland for my first ever solo trip. I am super excited and a little bit anxious as well at the same time because I've never been before on a solo trip. So this is gonna be first time experience for me. I'm so happy to be here. I chose Warsaw because they have great food. They have so many nice restaurants and interesting museums, of course, the bookstores and everything. So I really hope it was a good choice and I'm gonna have a great time. I just arrived in the city. I took a direct train from Berlin to Warsaw. It was supposed to be just 5 hours journey, but of course it was a little bit longer because of the delays. So I just arrived, refreshed a little bit, got ready, and I'm gonna go out to find a place where I can eat. I have one place in mind, so fingers crossed they're gonna have a table and I'll be able to try this place. Finally, it is going to be Polish cuisine with a little bit of a twist. The restaurant I want to go, it's called Oma, so I really hope I'll be able to get a table there today. And I'm gonna take a little walk. It's already dark because of the time change, but I don't mind. Maybe I'll pop into little stores on the way or something. I rented myself a cute little apartment. I have a really nice view from the balcony. I can see those important buildings of Warsaw. I can see Pałac Kultury i Nauki. So I'm gonna show you the shot from what I see from the window. And it's a really cute, nice apartment, perfect place to spend time by myself and also right in a city center. So it's close to, public transport and everything. So I'm really happy I chose this location and this place. So it's gonna make my stay easier here. Of course, I'm gonna vlog the whole experience and my time here in Warsaw, and I'm gonna take you along with me on this trip. And to be honest, I'm so happy to have you vlog with me because I'll have a chance to talk to someone, talk to you and vent about my time in here and like my adventures and what I did or what happened. So I really hope you're gonna enjoy watching this vlog. I really hope you're gonna enjoy seeing Warsaw through my lens. Hi vlog, good morning. It's the second day of my solo trip here in Warsaw. It's 9 a.m. almost. I just got ready and I'm planning to head out for breakfast. I found a lovely place where I would love to eat. It's going to be a proper full breakfast. They have also amazing Polish pastries. So I literally can't wait to go there and eat everything possible. And I have good few plans for the day because I would love to go to Polish History Museum and then maybe walk around Warsaw a little bit to go to some shops and stroll, maybe do a little bit of a shopping and just get lost on the streets and see what's the story in Warsaw, maybe find a place for coffee where I can read my book a little bit as well. And then later in the afternoon, I'm seeing a girl I met on Instagram. She also have a bookish account, so that's how we met. We started exchanging messages about the books and a little bit of Berlin as well. And then we decided to finally meet in a real life. And I'm so happy about it, cannot wait. We found a place where we wanna go for coffee and then we will see what's gonna happen later. So that's the plan for the day. For now, of course, I'm bringing you along and hope it's gonna be a nice day because the weather is a little bit shitty. It's raining and not raining, like it changes every couple of minutes. It's gray, but I don't mind as long as it's not raining. Even if it's gray and cold, it's completely fine. I just don't want to get wet. I have my umbrella. So yeah, that's all for now. I'm gonna head out, have my breakfast, sit down, enjoy, read a little bit of a book, and spend my day the best way I can. I'll talk to you later. hello again. It's Wednesday evening. It's my second full day here in Warsaw. I didn't do any updates yesterday evening because I was quite tired, so I'm coming with an update now. Yesterday I had such a lovely day. The weather was disgusting. It was raining almost all day long, like pretty much all day long. So the weather was really bad, but thankfully I had my umbrella and I spent most of the times indoors, so it wasn't that bad. I went for breakfast to a really good place. It was super busy. I was waiting for food quite long, but food was delicious, so I'd say it was worth it. The coffee was good, my breakfast was good. I also had like pastry. It was kind of like Polish Danish with white chocolate and raspberry. It was amazing, and like stuff was really nice, so I was so glad I chose this place. And then I decided to go for a little walk. I wanted to go for some shopping, but the weather was so bad that I actually didn't feel like walking into stores and checking out and just like, walking around. So I decided to go to National Museum in Warsaw. And oh my god, it was such a great experience. I had brilliant time over there. They have so many amazing exhibitions. They have like exhibitions about ancient Rome, Egypt, Greece, which is super interesting for me because I like those topics. They also have like some exhibitions about the Christianity in Poland and in general in the world. Then they have unreal collection of the paintings by Polish artists. To be honest, I did not expect to see so many beautiful paintings. Like, I am in love with all of them. There were some special exhibitions of some Polish artists, a little bit like bigger introduction to the art and the personalities and like those most popular artists in Poland. And then it was like a special exhibition. It was called Black Carnival. Like, now before Halloween, it was a perfect time to see it because it was a little bit like creepy, scary, horror-y, weird. Like, it was mixed art from Polish artists and another artist I can't remember right now, but they were like also pieces from theater. They were like drawings and paintings, and then pieces from like Polish folklore and culture. It was beautiful, so I'm so happy I went there. I left a little bit earlier before I was able to see everything because I felt a bit tired and I wanted to come back to Airbnb and rest a little bit before I went to see my colleague from Instagram. Monica, if you're watching this, thank you so much for such a lovely evening. It was a pleasure to meet you and I had a really good time. Thank you once again, and I hope we're gonna see each other soon, maybe in Berlin, maybe in Warsaw, who knows, but I really spent a great time and it was lovely to meeting you. And then, unfortunately, when we went for coffee, my coffee was with normal milk. However, I ordered with pea protein milk and I got a little bit sick, so I just decided to order takeaway, come back to Airbnb and just chill for the rest of the night. I watched 2 episodes of Twin Peaks because I am watching the series now. And yeah, and then I went to bed. And today on Wednesday, I woke up around 8:30, had a little bit of a sleep in, and then I went for breakfast. It was just okay flavor-wise because it was missing some spices. I would add a little bit of salt or other spices here and there. But I had like big cup of coffee. Stuff was really nice, and it wasn't a busy spot, so I had a chance to start the day slowly, to enjoy my book, enjoy my big cup of coffee, and like, nice and easy introduction to the day. And then I wasn't sure what I want to do because it was supposed to be nicer weather, but it was super cold in the morning. So I decided to stick to my plans and I went to the Museum of Fantastic Art here in Warsaw to see the exhibition of a Polish artist, Zdzisław Beksiński. And it was so beautiful. This was such a special art, and to be able to see those pieces with my own eyes, I am so happy I did go and did see them because it was incredible. It's something completely different than other pieces of art I've seen before, and it's a little bit like abstract and unhinged as well. There's so many details on those paintings and drawings as well, that if you look at the whole picture, you won't be able to see those details. You have to come closer and look like square by square by square, because like every centimeter you can find another detail that makes the whole painting. It's absolutely amazing. I spent there so much time because like first time I walked around and I looked at them, and then like I looked at every single detail, and then I really wanted to look at those paintings and drawings as a whole. So I spent another time walking once again around to look at those paintings from like far away a little bit, to see the whole idea, to see the whole, you know, picture behind it. I was amazed and really impressed by how talented was Zdzisław Beksiński, and how his paintings were such a different pieces of art, and they were incredible. And then after the exhibition, I went to the bookstore. I got myself 2 books. It was an actual bookstore. It was more like a supermarket, like a big store, and they always have like those areas with the books where they sell them a little bit cheaper. So I went there, I was looking at them, and I found 2 books. And then I went to this Polish bakery. It's called Tadam, and I had my coffee over there. I chilled a little bit. I had another Polish Danish with apples inside. It was like apples and cinnamon and caramelized something. It was one of the best Danishes I've ever had. Like, talking, you know, specifically about apple Danish, that was definitely the best apple Danish I've ever had in my entire life, like definitely. And because this apple Danish was so delicious, I was so tempted to try something else. So I decided I'm gonna choose donut, and I had a donut with plum jam inside and the flakes of almonds on top. But the plum jam, the girl behind the counter told me that they make it themselves, and they don't add any sugar. They just add alcohol to it to like take out the flavor and make it very different than usual what you get in other stores. It was also so good, but like the apple Danish won my heart, and I'm gonna think about it for so long, and I'm gonna dream about it. And like if I ever come to Warsaw again, this is gonna be my first point to go and buy this Danish. And after this, I went to this famous antiquariat that it's called Antiquariat Grochowski. I've been there a couple of years ago and came back with like 20 books, but this time I was mindful and I only had like an hour to spend there. So I did find 1 book that I was interested in, and I bought it. And that's it. I was trying to be good because I have some books I want to buy in like an actual bookstore, so I didn't want to bring too many and spend too much money if I know I'm gonna go to the bookstore, like a proper one, and buy books that are super expensive here in Poland now. I haven't bought any books in Poland for a long time, and when I check now the price, I'm like, oh my god. So I'm gonna go and buy some other books. And tonight I am going for dinner all by myself. To be honest, I almost cancelled because I didn't feel confident enough to do it, to go and just go there by myself. I don't know, I lost this confidence, and I was wondering, should I really go? I'm gonna feel a little bit stupid maybe just sitting there by myself. But then thank you, my dear husband, he convinced me to go. So I am getting ready slowly, and I'm going to leave in around half an hour. And I hope it's gonna be a lovely dinner, and I hope the food's gonna be delicious, that it's gonna be worth it to, you know, break my anxiety and like, you know, dig out my confidence to go for this dinner by myself, because it's completely different when you go for breakfast, lunch or dinner, because everybody does it like before work, I don't know, on a lunch break or after work or like during work time or something. So going for food a bit early in the day is a little bit different than going for an actual dinner in the evening. So I hope I'll be feeling well and good, and that the food's gonna be worth it. So of course I'm gonna bring you along with me, and then I also would like to show you what I did today, so you'll be able to see where I went, what I did and everything. And now I'm gonna take you along with me for this dinner. Fingers crossed I'll survive this. And I'll talk to you tomorrow morning probably, or tomorrow afternoon, because I have also interesting plans for tomorrow and I cannot really wait. So I hope it's gonna be also another great day. So that's my final look for tonight. Denim on denim, black boots, black belt, black bag. I have a white t-shirt with red writing, so it matches my bandana. And then I'm gonna just throw on jacket, and then I have my lovely green watch, and don't mind the mess in the back. And just I'm gonna throw on my jacket and I am ready to go. So cross your fingers, I'm gonna enjoy tonight. Hello, good morning. On a Thursday morning is my last full day here in Warsaw, and I'm a bit sad about it because I like Warsaw so much. It's such a cool place to be. I love all of the places I went to. Everything was delicious. Everyone was super nice. There's so much to do as well. And like the public transport is so easy to like, you know, move around, to go from spot A to spot B. But also I am happy that I'm coming back home because tomorrow is Halloween and I'm coming back home on Halloween afternoon. So me and my husband, we're gonna continue our little tradition of watching scary movies, probably have some lovely food. So it's gonna be good to be back home. I could not sleep last night. My face is so puffy and like my head also feels like I need big cup of coffee. And when I came back from the dinner, I had like a can of electrolytes, but it didn't have any caffeine in it because I double checked. It didn't have anything that would keep me wide awake in the middle of the night. It just has like some magnesium and a bit of vitamins. And oh my gosh, I could not fall asleep. My heart was racing. I couldn't catch a breath. And it was so warm. I had to open all of the windows, switch off all of the radiators, and I couldn't fall asleep. And I even put like an audiobook because usually when I put the audiobook on, it like in the middle of the night, it makes me fall asleep like in 3 minutes. This time it didn't work. Like eventually it did at some point, but then I woke up in the middle of the night again. I was still feeling super sick and my heart was still racing. So I continued to listen. So I think it made me fall asleep again. And then when my alarm went off at 7 a.m. this morning, I was like, absolutely not, I'm not doing this. So I moved my alarm to 8 a.m. So I woke up, got ready, and yeah, I need a coffee. I need to wake up properly. I am excited for today because I have some nice things planned. Now I'm going to Halemirowskie. It's like a big market, like a place where you can buy food and like, you know, ingredients for your dinners and stuff like that, and like lots of different things and flowers. So it's like a kind of farmer's market, but not really. And I did see all over social medias. Of course, the sun is shining so badly today. Not badly, like beautiful, but it makes it hard to look at the camera. So I did see all over social media that there is a lady who is selling socks made of like 100% wool or like mohair or like cashmere for like €2.50. So I'm gonna go and check if she's still there, if that wasn't sold out, because she's popular all over social media. So you know, maybe she doesn't have her things in stock anymore. And then I'm planning to go for breakfast to this place, Bakken. I found myself, I think it's called Bakken Bakery, and order the biggest cup of coffee they have. And then I'm planning to go for a walk around the old town to see all of those beautiful places and admire all of beautiful views. And then also in a castle, I think it's an exhibition. I think it's in a castle. It's in a fashion exhibition, fashion in Poland, how it changed, how it evolved and everything. So this is something, let me move this camera because I can't look. This is something right up my alley. So I think it's gonna be really cool. And then I'm planning to do a little bit of a shopping here and there. And also in the evening, I'm planning to go to Zachęta, which is big art gallery, not that far away from where I'm staying. So maybe I'm gonna take a walk, and then after, to finish my trip, I decided to go to this popular bar for some glass of wine and some food. So I hope it's gonna be a lovely day, and I hope, like, you know, everything's gonna go as I plan. And it seems like the weather is gonna be a bit better today because it's gonna be around 15 degrees, so much warmer. There is some sun shining, so I hope it's a good sign. And also yesterday's dinner, I felt really well taken care of, and staff was really nice. Atmosphere was super good. Everyone was really like happy, and the staff was really chatty and everything. So I had a good time, and like I ordered myself a drink, ordered like starter main and the other main. However, the food wasn't the best, to be honest. I ordered like some mushrooms pate. It was super salty. Then I had like broth from some animals. I can't remember which one, like some birds, whatever. So I really wanted to try. And it was like not salty at all and had no spices at all. And then I ordered myself a burger, because it was kind of like a meaty place. They were serving everything made of meat, and I am a meat girl. I eat meat, and I'm burger girl. So of course, instead of choosing steak, I decided to choose a burger. So I was like, if it's a good burger, it's gonna tell me if the place is good or not. And the burger was unfortunately horrible. And yeah, I was so disappointed with this food. And yeah, at least the drink was good, because I had like autumn sour. So it had a little bit of like, autumnish, pumpkin spice-ish flavor. So I enjoyed this part, but the food unfortunately wasn't good. However, the stuff was nice and the atmosphere was good, so it kind of made up for this. Yeah, and then I came back to the Airbnb. I watched another 2 episodes of Twin Peaks, and I tried to fall asleep, but it didn't work. So let's have that behind and start today. Of course, I'm taking you along with me, and maybe I'll talk to you later.
Idziemy się.
It's Thursday evening. It was my very last full day here in Warsaw. I came back to Airbnb, and I'm just trying to pack. It's not going too well, so I found just a distraction to talk to you guys and just do a little bit of an update. I had a really good day today. The weather turned out to be bad. It was raining and got super cold as well at some stage, but it didn't stop me from having a great day and doing things I wanted to do. So I went for a breakfast to this popular place called Bakken, and it was such a nice little place. Actually, I was so lucky because I had a place for one table for one, and I was sitting at the window so I could watch people and just, like, admire the views outside and just in general chill and enjoy myself there. I had really nice breakfast over there. I had a big cup of coffee, and then I went shopping. I was going to go only to one shop to buy my husband's necklace, but he had exactly the same one we bought a couple of years ago in Warsaw in the same shop, and it still exists, which was quite a big surprise. And he lost it, so I bought him a new one, and then I walked into Reserved, and I just found a coat for myself. It was kind of like a leathery, long burgundy coat, perfect for autumn. And I was looking for something like that for so long. And they didn't have it in my size. So I had to go to another shopping center. It was only like 20 minutes away by tram. So it wasn't that bad. And I was able to find it in my size. So I bought it. And I'm very happy about it. And then I went to a bookstore that's like independent bookstore because I decided, because I went to this, like, this chain of a bookstore before, and I had a look at the books. I just browsed quickly because I had in mind a book I wanted to buy, maybe a couple of them, but because I spent so much money on my coat, I was like, okay, I'm buying just one book, like, one book with the full price that's on the cover of the book. And instead of buying this book in this like chain, I decided to choose independent bookstore and go and spend my money over there, because supporting local business in those times is very important, and I rather leave my money to the place that it's like, you know, independent bookstore that they probably kind of losing on this market to those big chains taking over. So I went there, got myself a book. I can't remember the English title. Let me check inside. It's The Safe Keep by Jel van der Voden. She was shortlisted for the Booker Prize in 2024, and she won Women's Prize winner for fiction in 2025. I'm gonna put the cover here so you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, The Safe Keep, I heard only good opinions, and was just published now in Poland, so I decided to buy it. It's beautiful inside, and I love the cover with the pears. I don't know, it's something about it. I really like it. And also I'm gonna show you other books I got yesterday, and one I got today in like a cheap books bookstore. I don't know how you call it. So yesterday I got myself 100 Years of Lenny and Margot. I had this book on my TBR for a very, very long time, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I was so happy when I did find it in the box yesterday in the shop for like only $2.50. I would buy it anyway, because I really want to read this. It seems like it's gonna be a really cozy, heartwarming story about the friendship between a young girl and an elderly woman. So I really am looking forward to read this book. Then I got a very short story, like a short book by Stephen Graham Jones, and the title is, let me tell you now, Mapping the Interior. I have the other book by Stephen Graham Jones in exactly the same edition, so they're gonna look good together on a bookshelf. And then I went to this place, this antiquariat Grochowski, where you can buy like very old books, and you can find the books that you cannot find anywhere else. So I did find another book by Lisa C., the author of Ladies Tan Circle of Women, that I read at the beginning of this year and I loved. And this is her other book. Original title is Snowflower and the Secret Fan. And also it's about China, women of China, and I think it's something about that they came up with their own language, and Lisa C. described that once again, so I really cannot wait to read it. And then today, just before I came back to the Airbnb, I passed by this like cheap books bookstore. There is like quite few of them around the town, because I did see them on the map before, but I was like, it was raining, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I couldn't make a decision what I want to do for the rest of the evening, so I was like, okay, well, I think I'm gonna just walk in. And I found Addicted for Now by Krista and Becca Ricci. This is a third part of Addicted to You series, or Addicted. And I read the first part of it last year, I think so, and I kind of enjoyed that. It wasn't my favorite book ever, but it wasn't bad. And I was actually interested what's gonna happen next. So I got myself the second part, and today I found like the third part for the whole €4. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it. No idea when I'm gonna read it, but I'm gonna buy it. So I'm coming back from Warsaw with 5 books. So I'm really happy about my book shopping, and in general about the shopping in Warsaw. I also went to a pharmacy, because while in Poland you have to stock up on medications and like everything you need that's not available for me in Germany now or before in Ireland. Also, I want to tell you about this lovely place of a restaurant I found today accidentally. I was just looking for my way to get somewhere on the map, and this restaurant was like just kind of very close to the route I was passing by, and I could see it on the map. So I just clicked on it randomly. I was like, okay, whatever it is, just have a look. And it was such a great, I think it was like Mediterranean restaurant. I just went there. It was so nice. The service was super good. Atmosphere was great. It was a little bit on like, quiet, more intimate side, and I could chill there. I had my delicious starter, then I had super good and super delicious main, and I had a very tasty glass of wine, and also over there you can taste different types of olive oils. When I ordered some for tasting, they like presented and talked to me about it, and the waiter said that you cannot buy those olive oils anywhere in Poland. The owner of the restaurant, she travels across Europe to source them and find them. Like she goes to Portugal or like, I don't know, Italy or other countries, and she sources those olive oils from like local producers. The acidity of the olive oil is very little because they like after being harvested they are being turned into olive oil very quickly, so it means the acidity goes very low. So and I tried two. One was from Italy, the other one was from Portugal, and they were absolutely amazing. I had such a great time in this place, and the place was called Restaurant Olive, and I would definitely recommend it if you're ever in Warsaw, or if you're looking for a nice place for like a dinner with friends or family, or I don't know, your partner. This is definitely a place to go. The food was good, stuff was good, atmosphere was nice. It was just great place to relax. And then I was going to go to this bar Rascal, but I felt a bit tired because before I went for this exhibition, Let Them See Us, about the fashion in Poland, and like in general about not only in Poland, like how the fashion evolved and developed and how it changed through ages and at different times. So it was very interesting. And then like literally after this dinner I was like, I'm so tired, I just want to go back to Airbnb, pack and chill for the rest of the evening, because tomorrow I have to get up quite early. I'm gonna go for breakfast and then I'm gonna catch a train at 11 to Berlin. So yeah, that's all. I really enjoyed my time here. I am so happy I chose Warsaw for my solo city break, because I felt safe in here. I felt good in here. Like, public transport is really good. The Airbnb I stayed in was very central location, like with a lovely view from outside the windows, really close to everywhere. I had like buses here, trams, underground, everything like 2 minutes walk away. So it's perfect, and I could literally reach everywhere by feet, and it wouldn't take me longer than like half an hour, 25 minutes. But because the weather was bad, I was using public transport. So I'm really happy with the stay. I'm really happy with what Warsaw gave me, and I'm really grateful for this time I had by myself, just for myself, and that I could be with my own thoughts and just clear my head and just to be here. I really enjoy my time, and I'm so happy I actually decided to go for my first ever solo trip, and being here in Poland also was like, was feeling good and warm for my heart, because I haven't been in Poland for quite some time. So I'm really happy I did that. I'm proud of myself as well, and I didn't get lost or anything. So it was super good, and maybe once again I will repeat that someday, one day, who knows. Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with this solo trip and the way I feel now, and like my head is light and I cleared my thoughts, and I just had time for myself. Like I didn't have to worry about anybody else, like not even worry, but even like didn't have to care, because I just cared about myself. But I wanted to go for as long as I wanted to spend somewhere, or I just wanted to read my book, or I just wanted to grab like a matcha to go or something, or just like sit with my breakfast for 2 hours or be there for like half an hour. It was super good. I'm really happy about it. So that's all in this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed seeing Warsaw through my lens, and that you enjoyed watching this solo trip of mine. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and switch notifications on to know when the next video is live. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!